Hi, my name is Nanna Aida Svendsen, and it's a February Sunday early in the month, and it is cold and grey, and a mean little wind is whirling round the house. Feels good to be indoors. It is deep midwinter still. And I read a recent poem of mine to Yvonne from the publishing house Cillian's Mossa called Pole Star. And when I read it to her, she immediately said, "Ooh, I want that for February's poem." So I said, okay. And the idea behind Pole Star is that sense of if we can connect to our deeper knowing, our soul place inside our heart, and follow its guidance, that may be the best guidance we'll ever have for how to live our lives. It can be a sort of inner compass, just as the pole star is a kind of guiding light in the sky that can set a direction. It won't tell you what the terrain will be like that you'll have to travel, but it can give you a sense of what the direction is. And I don't know how it is for you, but for me it's still a troubling year in many ways. It has moments of beauty for which I'm grateful. But it also has a difficulty. And yet I've been noticing, and speaking with a few of my friends, they've been noticing too, that there's something different about it. And that one of the things that seems to be different is it's becoming harder and harder and harder to go against the pull of that inner pole star. If we can find it, if we can see it, if it isn't too overcast a day like this one, so you can't see it in the sky. But if you can feel it, if you can sense it, to go against its deeper messages somehow is becoming ever more ravaging to the well-being of the being. To go against its pull. So I wanted to write a poem about that. But before I read my poem, I came across some old writing by Jungian analyst Robert Johnson. You may be familiar with him. He wrote a book, He and She and We, and he's also written a wonderful book about his life. And in it, he writes about having moment to moment to follow the slender threads as a guide. And so I'm just going to read you something from the foreword of this book. Robert's life is truly guided by slender threads. While most modern people are preoccupied with getting, spending, constantly fretting and struggling to manipulate external reality so it goes their way, His process follows a different flow. He waits, watches for the slender threads, listens attentively, dialogues with his unconscious, and acts only when a larger picture has been revealed. As the fruit of my old age, Robert writes, I've finally come to trust the mystery. The mystery is this: there is one right thing and only one right thing to do at any moment. How do we know when we're following the slender threads? One knows instinctively, you know it instinctively. There is a sense of peace, balance, and fullness. And he goes on to write that you have to feel into, find and follow the slender threads moment to moment. It's not a one-off. Oh, here's the slender thread, dong, following it and that's it. It's like it's moment to moment, it's unfolding. And so the call or the pull of the pole star, it's moment to moment living also. So that was Robert Johnson, because I really appreciate his writing. And this is me. And so I will hope that you will appreciate my writing also. And this is Pole Star, and tradition true, I must have a sip of tea to bring some warming comfort as I sit here stretched out on the sofa in my office. Pole Star. It is the start of a new year. It is the start of a new year. The old one was intense. One crisis or requirement after another. And though imbued with moments of beauty, this new one shows little sign of letting up. And yet, the energy feels different. It is becoming harder and harder to go against the pull of my pole star when I'm able to sense it and have not concealed it behind a cloud of fear, expectation, refusal to see or disbelief, not concealed it behind a cloud of expectation, fear, refusal to see or disbelief, but rather have surrendered to deeper aspects of soul by opening to presence, awareness, healing, trust, and love as they unfold. Presence, awareness, healing, trust, and love as they unfold. The old year was intense. This one crisis or requirement after another, though imbued with moments of beauty, this new year shows little sign of letting up. The stakes, if anything, seem higher now. And no matter how not exciting, well, it may be exciting, but no matter how exacting our future may depend on our having the wherewithal and the courage to follow the pull of that pole star.